I took the high road. What I did was set a scene, paint a picture. And if you can't see that very clear picture, I don't have time to hold your hand and walk you to Lens Crafters.
Brianna LaPaglia is clearing up recent comments she made during an appearance on the BFFs podcast, where she discussed experiencing what she described as narcissistic emotional abuse throughout her year-long relationship with ex-boyfriend Zach Bryan. The Barstool sports personality, also known as Brianna Chickenfry, took to TikTok on November 9th to clarify her previous statements.
Hey guys, I didn't know if I wanted to wait for the podcast for this, but I just have a couple very clear points that I want to make, and I'm gonna do that now, so please bear with me. And as I did on the podcast and as I'll do on here, I'm trying to keep my composure because I know that when a woman gets mad or a woman gets angry, how it's perceived. And I do not want my message to get lost through that. So one, I see a lot of people being like, well, Dave definitely just gave her $10 million to do a tell-all, so she took money anyway. Dave didn't give me any money. Two, a tell-all? You think that was a tell-all? I took the high road. What I did was set a scene, paint a picture. And if you can't see that very clear picture, I don't have time to hold your hand and walk you to Lens Crafters, okay? Sorry. I am losing money right now. I'm paying for storage, I'm paying for movers, I am paying for fucking flights back and forth to New York to go try and find an apartment. That's besides the point.
In her TikTok, Brianna emphasized that her reason for speaking on the podcast was to warn young girls about potentially harmful situations. The 25-year-old then responds to the idea that she...
And everyone being like, well, she should have known. He tells you right in his lyrics. I'm sorry. Where's the lyric about abusing women? I didn't fucking catch that one. And the, well, this just shows he's a little messed up like all of us. I'm sorry. What?
If you missed Brianna's initial remarks on the podcast, here's a recap.
I mean, I went through literal narcissistic emotional abuse for a year, and he made me believe everything was my fault. He isolated me for my whole entire life. He wouldn't let me be who I wanted to be. He made me hate everything that I loved about myself. He broke me down and then made me feel like he was all I had left. And he just kept repeatedly beating me down, even to the point of like yesterday, or like when I gave you guys the call, when I'm finally standing up for myself and being like, no, f you, I don't want to sign this. It's my fault. I'm the bad.
Zach Bryan had previously announced their breakup on Instagram on October 22nd. In his Instagram stories, he wrote, "I thought it would be best for both of us to go our separate ways. I am not perfect and never will be." He added, "Please respect Brianna's privacy and space in this. And if you have it in your heart, mine too. With everything that I am, and to anyone I let down, I am sorry. I try my best in everything. I failed people that love me, and mostly myself."